Hi, this is my second video on my experience with weight loss surgery. The last one was made in May when my doctor made the initial referral. It is now September 24th to be precise, and the decision has been made. I have decided to do this. Like I said, don't try to talk me out of it. Part of the process of getting there involves seeing a psychologist. We sort of talked a little bit about emotional eating, etc., but I really think the reason they make you see a psychiatrist is so they know you're emotionally stable and, not doing this for some crazy reason. Then I had to see a nutritionist, and we sort of talked about the kind of foods I eat and the kind of foods I like. And then she sort of told me this is what you're going to be eating the first 2 weeks after the surgery, and then the subsequent weeks as you're recovering from the surgery. And I really think the point of that was to freak me out. Because the first 2 weeks of the surgery, she says, you'll be drinking like a protein drink, but you'll be drinking 6 ounces a day. And I was really okay. I have subsequently mentioned this to another person who had the surgery, and she says, oh, don't worry, you're not going to want to eat anything. So I'll get through it. Anyway, we also had, they called me up and they said, you're having a meeting with the surgeon, and it wasn't exactly a one-on-one meeting, but it was kind of a seminar. And there were about 10 people there, although I think almost half of them were there with somebody else who was going to have the surgery. And he explained kind of in detail what the various surgeries are, what he does in the surgery, and the reason they do it, and what results you can expect from it. We talked about the risks of surgery and everything, and I was pretty well assured that I'm not afraid I'm going to die. So I feel comfortable with what we're doing, and so they called from his office about a week later to make my appointments, and told me I'm having the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I didn't quite ask why, but my guess is because it's a safer operation to perform on somebody my size, and I was probably the largest person in that group. So it's not quite as effective as the gastric bypass, but they assured me that it will work, and I will lose a lot of weight that way. So I'm looking at October 22nd. That's my date of surgery. I still am going to meet one-on-one with the surgeon about 2 weeks before that. I'm happy with who I have. I'm very fortunate that this is one of the top guys in the country for bariatric surgery. So I feel I'm in good hands and quite experienced hands. I went to a support group that they have in conjunction with the hospital. It was interesting. Almost all people who have already had one of the weight loss surgeries. And it's going to be interesting. Oh, I'll get into that some other time. But I went there. I learned, I learned a lot of good stuff. And I'm like, they talked about how certain things they don't like the taste of anymore. And I've certainly talked to people and said, well, there are certain foods that they cannot tolerate. So this whole thing about what's food going to look like for me? What is my experience of food going to be like after I've had the surgery? There are certain foods which I can just, inhale now that I love them so much. Am I going to be disgusted by them now? Or am I going to look at them and say, oh God, I wish I could have it, but I know I'll be sick if I do? Or, hopefully say, well, I like that, so I'm going to have like one, a little bit of it and not inhale the whole thing, which is what I hope will happen. But, we'll see. We'll see. If certain things don't taste good anymore, maybe certain things that didn't taste good before will taste good. Well, we'll see what it's like. And it sounds to me like, there's a lot of things that will open up in my life, because if I lose a lot of weight, so I got to bring some new things into my life, besides eating. And I will be back, probably the day of or the day before the surgery, to do another one and to do something after the surgery. I'm hoping, they say 2 to 3 weeks recovery, and then somebody told me, I was back like 4 days later, so I don't really like the idea of staying out of work for 3 weeks, although I'm cleared for it with my boss, but I'm really hoping that it's just a week. So folks, this adventure is about to begin in less than a month. Bye.